Hello cricketers, it's been a long time, but here's a new video. Best method to apply toe guard. Now here's the checklist. You need a cricket bat, toe guard, contact cement, sandpaper, or if you have a sanding machine, it's well and good. You need some kind of waistcloth, a good sharp chisel, good sharp scissors, and patience because it does take a while for this process. Now, most of the older bats usually have some kind of residue on it, so we want to make sure we remove it. And before that, let me also show you what kind of contact cement that can be used. This is a liquid based contact cement, which comes in smaller bottles. You need a good quality toe guard, which is what is going to be applied on the bat. You need sandpaper. Keep a few sheets handy because you're going to use it at different times. Then you need a chisel. A sharp chisel is good because you're going to cut into the rubber at some point, and make sure you sharpen it. Now the process starts with removing the old toe guard if it's there. Now the reason you would need a sharp chisel is because it's easy to cut into the rubber and then scrape it off. So use this method to remove as much as toe guard as possible, and then in the next step we're going to use the sandpaper, but it's easy to actually wrap the sandpaper around a wooden block like this and then start applying or scraping the toe portion, and then make sure you clean it. I was a little quick in there, but take your time, and then make sure you remove all the residue from the toe guard, and then clean it really good, no dirt, because the gluing process will not work if you have dirt in it. And then make sure that you do the same process with the toe guard. Scrape it so that it removes any dirt that's on, even though it's a new one. Make sure you scrape it and then clean it. Um, the cleaner the surface, the better the adhesion. So clean it. I'm actually using one hand because I'm holding the camera on the other one, but use both hands. Clean it really thoroughly well. And I use this commercially because I do a lot of toe guard and bat rippers. So now I use a gel formula for this. So it comes in a big can, and the gel is much easier to actually apply. So if you can get the gel formula, the contact cement, please do get it because it's no drip formula. So it's easy to um, take it and then apply it, and it does a very pretty even coating, and you can remove the excess if you need to. So take your time on this one. Make sure that you apply it uh, in all the areas that's exposed, and make sure that you cover the edges pretty well. Make sure you go around the toe portion of it, and then uh, apply it, and then remove try to remove as much excess um, contact cement is on there, because you want a smooth surface, because if it is bumpy, yeah, it is going to be hard to adhere. Now do the same process on the toe guard. So now on the rubber sheet, so now make sure you apply a good even coating. Now again, I'm using my I'm doing this with one hand, but make sure that you hold it in place and then apply it, and also make sure that this it's an even coating, right? right? So take your time here. I would also recommend actually wearing a mask because it can produce some fumes, which is not good. So make sure that you actually wear a mask, which I am doing now. Now, once it's applied, you actually have to let it dry because that's how contact cement works. It's not a quick glue. So at least leave it at least for an hour. 2 hours is even better. But if you really don't have much time, but at least leave it for an hour, and then when you come back, it'll be dry, and then all you have to do is apply the toe guard on the toe edge of the bat and press it hard as you can, and also give it a light tap with the wooden mallet. Yeah, you can use a wooden block if you don't have a mallet, but a light tap will make sure that it adheres pretty good. Then press as hard as you can, and then leave that in place for at least another 2 hours, right? Because take your time, let it cure, and then once after 2 hours, come back and then cut off the excess rubber portion of it. So a sharp scissors is necessary because it's very hard to cut into the rubber, and these toe guards are pretty thick. And again, I'm using a single hand, so I'm having a hard time actually trying to snip it. But hold it in place, and then make sure that you cut as close as you can to the bat. Uh, Go around it. Take up as much as excess rubber as you can, as close to the bat. Now, once you're happy with that process, right, the next process is actually take the sandpaper block that we used the previous time, and then scrub off or sand away the rubber portion of it, and then go around it. Do a good job of actually cleaning it up, and then applying it with an even pressure, even sanding, and then the there's the finished product. So it turns out pretty good with just these hand tools. So if you have a sanding machine, it works even better. But then, as you can see, you can even just do it with your uh, without any sanding machine. So there it is, guys. That is the best method to apply a toe guard.